Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's the Kitty G on EGTV, and we're back again with another video. It's Miguel. I'm here, and you know what, guys? What I gotta say is big up to every single one of you guys who watch my videos. Shout out to all you guys. It's been a boring week seeing all the other teams in the Champions League and seeing them in the Conference League and in the Europa League, and Arsenal were just not in any European competitions this summer. I mean, this season. So it's like, it's mad. But yo, guys, do me a favor, smash that like button, drop kick that like button, do what you guys got to do. Let's get this show started. And we're going to be talking about a bunch of stuff. We're going to talk about Burnley, Ramsdale. We're going to talk about Pepe. We're going to talk about the game against Burnley, what we're going to think is going to happen in that game, previewing that game, talking about everything around that game, getting in more entrenched into that game. Also, I need you guys to smash that like button, hit that subscribe button. Let's get this video today to at least 100 to 150 likes, hopefully. And you know what, guys? Don't forget, we're going to get into detail around the whole Jack Wilshere thing. There's stories about Serge Gnabry. We're going to get into everything. Before we do that, though, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Let's get this show on the road. You guys already know what it is. It's the Kitty G on EGTV, and let's get this show started. Bang. Yes, people. So how is everybody doing on this Friday? It is 8 p.m. on Friday, and there's a game on right now, Newcastle versus Leeds. I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of people were watching that game. But, of course, I need to get a preview out, and there's no better time but now or never. So might as well get it done. Let's get this show started. So shout out to every single one of you guys watching. And Ray is here. Ray, how you doing?
What's happening, everyone? Arsenal, Gal, big up yourself. Yeah, I'm good. Thank you very much.
I'm good. And anybody who wants to join, you guys can just click on that link. So what we're going to be talking about is the game versus Turf Moor. We're going to get into some transfer stuff and some other stories, some crazy stuff that's been going around. But first things first, we might as well start with the lineup predictions. Who's going to play versus Burnley? What do you think is going to happen? Leno or Ramsdale? What are we saying? Leno or Ramsdale? What are you saying, Leno or Ramsdale? Because that's the first question everyone's going to ask. Who's going to be
Ramsdale for me? Ramsdale all day long.
Yeah, Ramsdale for you?
I'll touch on that in 1 second. Yeah.
No worries, man. No worries. Yeah, because a lot of people have been worried. A lot of people have been worried that Arteta's going to go back to Leno after the great start that Ramsdale had against Norwich and West Bromwich Albion, but they weren't the best of opposition, so it makes sense why people would not get too entrenched into that game. But we're going to talk about everything. We're going to talk about, Igal, did you hear Edu stopped the deal between Bellingham? Yes, I heard that, and we're going to get into all of that. We're going to get into all of that in a second. You know what? Why don't we get into that now? Let's get into this now. I don't know. Have you heard about this, Ray? There's a situation where Arsenal had a deal in place with Birmingham to get Jude Bellingham, apparently, back a couple years ago. So this was the report. The report was, let me get it up on the screen. What the report was. So the report was Arsenal were in a situation where they could have gotten Jude Bellingham from the club that he was at the time, which was Birmingham City, I'm assuming. Oh, wrong one. Sorry. What did I do there? Let me get this up on the screen. Where is it? There we go. So yeah. So the story was Arsenal could have got Jude Bellingham at the time. They had a deal in place to sign him before he joined Borussia Dortmund, but Edu, when he came in, changed that. So I don't know how much of this I can believe. This kind of seems like it's a coincidence. The guy scores a goal in the Champions League and you want to talk about a story that to keep it relevant. But I don't think this has any relevance. Like, this was a dead story. There's no truth to it. There might be truth to it, but it just feels like something easy to get clicks. You know what I mean? It's just something easy to get clicks off the back of Arsenal, and it's just bullshit. I don't believe a second of it. What do you think, man? Jude Bellingham to Arsenal just didn't make sense. You there, Ray? No, he's not there. Okay, so yeah, I'm a United fan. Bellingham was not ready right now. He's just in the limelight. Yeah, that's true. I don't think this thing was actually ever real. I don't think there was actually any truth to this situation. I don't think we were actually ever in for him like that. Jude Bellingham's a great player and everything, but I don't think we were ever seriously in for him. It just seems like it's a good story to
Sorry about
connect.
that, Gal. I'm back, man. Sorry.
No worries, no worries. So yeah, we're just talking about Jude Bellingham. You do realize that they linked us to Jude Bellingham because Arsenal were linked to Jude Bellingham because of a story that came out of the Mirror that when Edu came in, he changed the direction of the club, and Arsenal were about to sign Jude Bellingham supposedly. I don't believe these stories. I just feel like it's a coincidence because he played in the Champions League, he played well the other
Yeah.
night, and they just
I
want to
mean,
do a story to get clicks. Don't you agree?
yeah, 100%. Yeah, I don't, at this present time, I don't think it's what we need. The league, like I always state, players that play in a different league, the Premier League is a different class. So these can look absolutely phenomenal in other leagues. They step in the Premier League and they sometimes they can look like a complete different player. So for me, he's young. I mean, he's a fantastic player. Don't get me wrong; he's got great potential. But for us now, I think it's just headlining likes, like you said.
Okay, yeah. So there we go. So enough about that. That's fake news in my opinion, guys. Everyone here, you probably agree that's fake news. I don't think there's any truth behind that situation right there. I just felt like that was a bullshit story that they wanted to get out there to ask people what they thought. But let me ask you this, bro. So when it comes to Leno versus Ramsdale debate, where do you stand right now?
But
You're
me,
saying Ramsdale all day, every day, correct?
yes, right. So for me, yeah, and I put this out the other day, right. So what I see with Arsenal, yeah, is you've got Leno. Leno's a fantastic shot stopper. Yeah. But what Arsenal need is the way the system we're playing, we need someone that's more all round player. Yeah. We need someone that's confident. For me, Leno, he's not confident with his feet. He's not confident playing out from the back. He panics. His vision's poor. Um, and when you see Ramsdale, I mean, I know it's very early days, but what I've seen from him, he controls his area well. He plays it out from the back well. He's got confidence playing out from the back. I mean, even little techers he did the other day. I mean, fucking Leno would probably shit himself if he tried to do that. So for me, I think Ramsdale, it's time for Ramsdale to shine. I mean, it's just going forward. You see against the Man City game, yeah, when I say Leno's hesitant, yeah, he went to come out for that ball when Man City's first goal, but then hesitated and come back, which cost us the goal, put him out of position, confused the defenders. If you're a defender and your keeper's coming, what do? You think he's coming, didn't you? So yeah, I think Ramsdale, from what I've seen of him, I want to give him a go. I want to give him a run. I mean, you know what I mean? At the minute, before the game of the weekend, we won 1-0. I think we needed a change. Any change at the minute is going to be good for us because we need to find the right way. We don't know. We haven't even known our first 11 yet. So yeah, I'm 100% behind Ramsdale. Leno, you've served us well. Great shot stopper, but for me, you're not the one.
Okay. Okay. So Leno, what Leno tried did not work. Yeah, definitely did not work. Man actually dissing Bellingham. He's a big, but then bigging up Ramsdale. No, okay. I don't know. I don't know. Were you making fun of Ramsdale? Were you making fun of Bellingham, or did you just feel like I'm confused? What do you mean by this? Yo, Ray, you didn't make fun of Bellingham, did you? You said
I said he's a fantastic player, but I don't think it's what Arsenal needs. He's quality. I said it's a different league that he's playing in. The Premier League, the best league. Not once did I mock him. I think he's an outstanding player. I just don't think at the minute it's what Arsenal need. Hence Tammy Abraham. So whoever's said about that, then yeah, you got what I said was wrong. I bigged him up. So
okay. At least Ramsdale has passion for the jersey. That's what Leno's missing. I hear that. LOL. Arteta sacked for what? The fun. Oh, suck the fun out of Leno and the others. That makes sense. Leno is too weak in the air, not comfortable on the ball. Yeah, that's true. Wow.
Can I ask something here, yeah? This Terence Tibbs. If you think that's not what Arsenal need, what do Arsenal need then, friend? If you're making these comments that obviously you disagree with me, which everyone's entitled to their opinion, mate. Put on your comments. Who do you think then? Do you think it will affect the Arsenal team then? because I like people that's quick to judge on people's others' comments. I like to see a backup. What's your backup?
There you go. Yeah. So Terence, we want to know what your backup is on why you think was it Leno or Bellingham?
Bellingham.
Okay, no, because he said crying out for a midfielder like Bellingham, according to the idiots that we don't need him. What? Okay, that's not what he's saying. Okay, whatever. Now let's just move past that. Arteta makes it too difficult.
Just quick on that thing, Bellingham, for Terence Tibbs. I love you too, mate. Enough love, yeah, no love lost.
Enough said. Bellingham is better than pretty much every player at Arsenal, says my guy here. So are we gonna stay on this Bellingham point? Are we gonna move past it? Like we're stuck on this point. Okay, how about this? To make it easier, let's just go to the lineup and guys tell us what you think the Arsenal lineup should be. So starting from the back and working our way forward. I generally feel like this is something that we always get ourselves stuck into. So let's get ourselves stuck into this one. So we've already said Ramsdale is going to be the number one keeper. Is there a case for anybody else? Love to you too, he says. Big up, Ray.
Yes, mate.
Would you take Diego Dalot at Arsenal? No, because we currently have much better right backs than Diego Dalot, in my opinion. And Diego Dalot himself has not even played well to say that he's going to be a good right back. Maybe if we played a right wing back system, he would work. But he's more of a failed right winger who just can't really get any game time at Manchester United. Why would we take him at Arsenal? I'm sick and tired of people connecting us to players from other teams that have not hit the ground running. Why would we want him at Arsenal? It just makes no sense. You know what I mean? Does it make sense to you?
Yeah,
River.
yeah. I get what you're saying. Yeah, people link us with too many things, and who knows what Arsenal need? Arsenal need miracles at the minute, man.
There you go. My guy's asking about Jack Wilshere. You know what? Let's get into that Jack Wilshere thing. Have you heard about the rumors, Jack Wilshere? Because I have, and I thought it was interesting. So the story is Jack Wilshere is being linked to a move to Arsenal. Jack Wilshere is being linked to re-sign back to Arsenal this week. He was being linked to move back to Arsenal. Supposedly, Arteta spoke about Jack Wilshere. And Jack Wilshere spoke about Arteta. They both said how much they respected each other as players when they played with each other. They both spoke about how they both were good parts of the dressing room and how they had a grounded respect for him. So it turns out that Arsenal were in talks with Jack Wilshere, but the talks were to allow him to train with the first team. Not to sign for Arsenal, but to train with the first team. He's not going to be signing a contract with Arsenal. But my question is to you. Would you take Jack Wilshere back at Arsenal? Or would you say, you know what? I'm sorry,
Without
Jack.
a heartbeat, man. I'd have him back.
Because I said, personally, I think he would still be better than Elneny. But at the same time, we cannot sign him on a contract that actually is like long. It would have to be a pay-as-you-play contract, and that would only way it would be working. But I think we need to move past all the Wenger players and get new players in. Jack Wilshere would be going back to that regime, and would be connected to those days. I know he's a good player back in the day, but he's not that guy no more. And unfortunately, I think his time has passed, and I think we need to move on. It's not.
So the question for you, Agal,
yeah.
Would you play Elneny over Jack Wilshere?
I would rather play the person who's been playing first team football in the Premier League longer. So I think Elneny has been playing first team football in the Premier League longer than Jack Wilshere has in the last couple of years, and there's a reason to that. I don't think Jack Wilshere has completely fallen off a cliff, but is he better than Elneny? I don't want to take the risk of finding out.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's hard, because I've had a season ticket since going back to when I was younger. I can't even remember. So I've seen Jack come through the ranks from a youngster. Do you know what I mean? Into the first squad. And for me, although injuries put him out quite a lot, I used to love his style of play, the way he used to carry the ball, the way he used to drive forward. I was gutted when he left, but he wasn't part of if it was his name's plans, and he had a bit of a hissy fit. It's a shame, but we can't always live on someone that's always injured. Look at that, Terence Tibbs. I knew this geezer's going to be against me all night, you know.
Nah, it's
But
cool. It's
yeah,
cool.
I mean, I think mine goes more past of it's just Jack Wilshere. I've got a lot of love for the bloke. Do you know what I mean? It's more of he's part of the furniture. Yeah, that's how I see Jack.
No, I hear that. There's been a lot of stuff going on this week, bro. I don't know if you've heard. There's been so much stuff
in here.
What?
We've got a comedian in here tonight, Terence Tibbs. Man's on fire.
Yeah. Yo, Josh, what up, Josh?
Yo, what you saying, man? How you doing?
I'm good.
How you
You
doing,
got
Josh, man?
go backstage.
I'm good, man.
Big up to Josh. Josh, what are you saying? Would you take Jack Wilshere back?
No, I wouldn't.
Okay, why? Because I agree with you.
Because he's past his best, and what's the point of him coming back? Like, what is he actually going to do? Is he going to play? Well, yeah, cool, he might play, but in the cup matches, but not in the Premier League matches. So I don't see why he needs to come back. He's past his best, so he just needs to stay where he is. Yes, I'll be happy for him to come back. He was obviously a very, very good player. Obviously, loved him at Arsenal, but he's past his best. You know, you used to ask more point of him coming back. So for me, it's a no.
Yeah, I respect that.
There you go.
The thing with I respect people that think that as well. Like you got to say is the younger generation of nowadays is, you know, what they see of Jack is what they see, and I respect their opinion on that. You know, why would you want to come back with someone that's always injury prone? He's not 100%, and yeah, he's a lot older. He's past his prime, so yeah, I respect that, and I respect everyone else's decision that they're saying no as well.
Okay, let's talk about this right now, because let's talk about this one. This one here is a big issue. Saliba, would you take Saliba back right now, early? Would you bring him back early? Because the way he's performing, he looks ready to play right now.
He's bossing the league, isn't he?
He is absolutely destroying it over there. And you know what he said? Look at what he said. He recently spoke about what he thinks about what Saliba thinks if he'll ever play for Arsenal, right? I plan to be I would plan to be he's planning for his comeback for Arsenal next summer, and a decision will be made whether or not they offer him he gets offered a new contract or not. He's expecting talks towards the end of the spell at Marseille for him to start talks for his new contract. And his performances in his time at Marseille have told me this guy is ready to play today. Like, I get why a lot of people are upset that Saliba has not played. I'm part of Free Saliba, but at the same time, I understand why he has not been getting it. But he is definitely quickly making a name for himself over there in France. And I think he could make a name for himself over here in the league if we gave him an opportunity. Are you of the camp?
I think it was mad to let him go.
Are you of the camp of Free Saliba, or are you in the camp of Sell Saliba?
Nah, bring him back, man. I think we was absolutely
bonkers to let him.
There you go. So Ray, say that again.
I said I think we should bring him back like as quick as. I think he's bossing the league. He's bossing the league. He looks strong. He's confident. I think there's something that we need at the minute in our back four. And I think we was absolutely bonkers to let him go. But I mean, he had his reasons at the time.
Okay, I don't think you can take him back when you want. That might be true. Saliba over Ben White, says Terence Tibbs. Ooh. What about you? You said?
Yes, free Saliba, man. Free the guy. Arsenal have got so many centre backs. Like obviously one Saliba. Got obviously what's his name? Mavropanos. They're young. They're fresh. They look good. But why is Arteta not playing him? God only knows. God only knows himself, literally. He's a very good player. Everyone can see he's a very talented footballer. But I don't know why Arteta's not playing him. I don't know why. And he will actually be very good next to Gabriel. He'll be very, very good. Very solid indeed. But I don't know why.
That'd be a solid back two.
Back three. Got Ben obviously.
Bro, we're gonna
I don't know if he'd link with it up.
We're gonna talk about Gabriel and Ben White and everything in a second. There's so much to talk about today. It's ridiculous. Also, I just wanted to touch on the Arsenal FIFA ratings are out. If you guys haven't already gone and watched that video, I did a video on the Arsenal FIFA ratings. It looks like Arsenal's players are all going downgrades. Every single one of them have gotten downgrades this whole FIFA season. So go check that out, guys. Next, let's talk about this right here. Lacazette. Are we giving Lacazette a new contract? Or are we saying Bun Lacazette? Because the story is today. Let me just tell you guys. The story is today that Lacazette will not be getting a new contract. Yo, sorry, Josh. I just need to mute you. Lacazette will not be getting a new contract. He will most likely be leaving in the summer on a free transfer. Juventus, Inter Milan, AC Milan, Napoli, all these Italian clubs are interested in signing Lacazette on a pre-contract in January, and some of them have already started contact with his representatives. It looks like Arsenal are prepared to move on from Lacazette, but the biggest thing is Lacazette himself is starting to line himself up for a move to Italy. So guys, Lacazette might be leaving. I'm okay with that. I don't mind. Do you? That's the question.
I mean, I've put him in my starting lineup this week for the game. I've actually took Aubameyang out and put Lacazette in. Many people might disagree, but I feel he gives more to the game.
Wow.
Man said dash. That's hilarious.
Oh gosh.
Okay, so Ray's actually got him in his team, but are you still selling him or letting him leave at the end of the season?
For me, at the minute, he gives more than what Aubameyang gives.
True.
Yeah. He do you know what I mean? When you bring him on or when he plays, he gives 110%. Yeah, he closes people down. He's more hungrier for the ball. He gets involved more. With Lacazette, I don't know. With Aubameyang, I don't know, man. I don't see that. Since he signed this big contract, I'm lost with him. Do you know what I mean? And I loved him to pieces. But for me, I mean, I'm going for this game at the weekend. I'm going for Lacazette up front rather than Aubameyang.
Like a bunda. Oh my day.
We lost Ray's connection. Nah, some people are with the Lacabunda can go. Guys, tell me, Lacazette, can he stay or should he stay or should he go? Let me know in the chat right now. Yo, people watching on Arsenal Inside Out, I'm gonna end the video on the Facebook page. Come join us on YouTube for the rest of the video. It should be at the top of the Facebook page. But big up to you guys. Let's just get that moving. Ray's back. Okay, so
yeah, sorry about that.
Enough about Lacazette, right? Enough about Lacazette. Lacazette's gone. What are you saying? Sell him to Megan Thee Stallion's dance team.
Oh my day! Wow.
What the hell? You guys are ruthless today with that.
Mocking Lacazette, man.
Okay. There's no point of speaking about Vieira. We're gonna talk about Gabriel and these guys in a second. So we're gonna talk about that in a bit. I've already thanked. Thank you, everybody. Honestly, guys, it's been 1 year since I started this channel, and I just want to give everybody a shout out. Over 76 videos since I started. Madness, absolute madness. Couldn't believe it. I never thought anybody would be watching my content in the first place, and I just want to shout out everybody who is still watching to this day. Big up to all you guys. Now let's talk about the next story. Ivan Toney came out with a story and he said, and I quote, I don't see Arsenal winning anything anytime soon unless they sign a striker. So in 1 second, he's saying, I don't see Arsenal winning anything. Next second, he's twerking for us to sign him. Guys, what do we think about Ivan Toney and his comments?
Another Troy Deeney. Wait till it comes to the Emirates.
What?
I said he's another Troy Deeney. Give it all the mouth. Wins one game. Hypes himself up. We'll see what happens at the Emirates.
Yeah. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Honestly, big up to all you guys. Honestly, thank you, guys. Appreciate it so much. Do me a favor. Smash that like button. Let people know. Share the stream. Do what you guys got to do. Appreciate all you guys who watch my content, man. Appreciate it. So yeah, enough about Troy Deeney. There's not Troy Deeney and these guys who just chat shit about Arsenal 24/7. What else is there? We're gonna get into who wins. Let's get into Vieira quickly. Vieira. Whoa. Yesterday was the anniversary of when Patrick Vieira actually signed for the club. If you guys don't know, on this day yesterday, yesterday back in 1996, on the 16th of September, 1996, Patrick Vieira made his first debut in the Premier League, and then moved on to be the best player ever to play for Arsenal in the midfield, in my opinion, and one of the best ever midfielders to play in the Premier League. To me, that's not a debate. Now, let's continue. What are we saying, guys? Patrick Vieira. Today's kids will never know how good this guy was.
Like me.
Yeah, bro, you missed out, bro. I seen some people comparing him to Pogba and Kante, just disrespecting him.
Kante, yeah, I get Pogba. What?
No, bro. What do you mean? He was a better goal scorer than Pogba. Like my guy was all around. He did everything. Now Pogba, I get it. He's more of an attacking player than Vieira, but Vieira was an all around better midfielder.
Yeah, I know.
Madness. Why are you talking about Vieira? As I just said,
Vieira was the GOAT.
Vieira was the guy that everyone wanted to look up to when it comes to the midfield battles. You walk into a midfield battle, you know Vieira's there. You know your team's losing.
I think we're talking about Vieira, mate, because he was trying to be compared to Kante.
Yeah, people were comparing him to Kante the other day.
Next to par, nothing. Yeah, completely two different style of players.
Bro, it was mad. People were doing some madness.
But put them in the same midfield, then no one's literally the whole midfield is locked. It's locked clean.
Oh my God! Enough about this now. Let's get into the actual weekend's fixture. What are we saying about the weekend's fixture? Let me just tell you guys who we're playing, a little bit about our opponent, a little bit about Burnley, what we need to know about Burnley. Big up to Josh and my guy joining me for today's stream. So Burnley, we kick off at 3 p.m. versus Burnley at Turf Moor, and the team that we're going to be playing against is a team that has scored 3 goals, right? They've drawn 1 game, they've won 0 games, they've lost 2. Okay, they've conceded a couple goals. How many goals have they conceded in these games? 1 second, let me just double check. Head to heads, you just check what they've played. So in their last game, they lost to Everton. They drew against Leeds. They drew against what? No, that's not right. They lost to so the first game of the season they lost to Brighton, they lost to Liverpool, they drew against Leeds, and then they won. They lost against Everton. So they've lost 3 games and they've drawn 1. So they're currently on 1 point. We're on 3 points, and they're on a worse run than us. Than one of their worst stints ever since they've started the league. And you know what? They're looking like they could go down. And we just need to hit another nail on the head, because everybody here would probably want Burnley to go down. In the last 6 games that we played Burnley, we've drawn twice, lost once, and won 3 of them. And majority of the time, we do have a good record against Burnley. It's just last year was a bad year. Last year, we actually did bad against Burnley. It was one of those years. It was just unexpected.
They're a bogey team.
We did not expect them to. No, they're not a bogey team. If you're a bogey team, you do bad against them all the time. But what we did, we just fucked up. We didn't look. We don't lose to them. We drew in the past. We beat them consistently, and then we drew 2 games and we lost 1 in the last 3. That's not really a bogey team. That's just they had a lucky year where they got 4 points off us. It's not really anything to be like excited about.
I was just having a look. Yeah, I got the wrong team. My bad.
Right, and if you look away from home, it's not like we lose to them anyways when we face them away. I mean, when we're at home, when we're away from home, even we still beat them. Look at that: 1-0, 1-0, 1-0, 3-1. If you remember the Alexis Sanchez late winner back in 2017, like these guys, we've been beating them consistently. It's just where this agenda came from. They're this great team that you don't beat makes no sense to me. And when it comes to their injuries, who do they have out? We have Elneny out, Xhaka with the red card, and Holding is back, in my opinion. I heard Holding is back. They have, I don't even know some of these guys. Connor Roberts, Kevin Long, Dale Stevens, Nathan Collins are doubtful. I don't think anything's going to change there. And what's the predictions that they have here? Oh shit! The experts are predicting a 1-1 draw. That could get ugly if that's the prediction that they're making. But hey, what are you gonna say? Now I don't know about all that 1-1 draw. That's crazy. But let's get into the actual team lineups and who we would play. So I'm gonna start with you, Mo. What's going on, Mo?
How's it going, mate? Yeah, just want a quick add on it. Burnley, I hate playing Burnley. It's one of those games that they make it tough. And that manager, I hate that manager, Sean Dyche. He's the most anti-football manager there is. He's so anti-football. It's unbelievable, man. I hate him. He goes.
Listen,
as well.
Burnley are like shit on your shoe.
Exactly.
When you're walking outside and you step on shit, you're like, fuck. And that's what Burnley. But at the end of the day, you just wipe the shit and you keep it moving. That's that. They're 1 game out of they're 2 games out of the season.
They're one of those old school British teams where they elbow you, they punch you in the face. If they're allowed to kick you and break your leg, they'll do it. That's how Sean Dyche is.
So what I've done is I've done the lineup here. I put in the players that I feel like are nailed on guarantees to start, right? So I have nailed on guarantees to start here in Lokonga. Tierney.
They were just jump and say hello.
No worries, bro. Have a good one. All right. So I have nailed on starters here in Tierney, Gabriel, Ben White, Ramsdale, and Lokonga. Who should start in the right back position?
Tommy, innit? Yeah. Can I tell you my lineup? What I got?
No, just 1 second. We're gonna go position by position, Ray. Then when it comes to sitting next to Lokonga, is it gonna be Partey?
Partey,
yeah, 100%.
Or Odegaard. If Partey is obviously coming back from injury, then he's obviously going to be on the bench, isn't he? So Odegaard, maybe.
Okay, so I think Partey is going to start. I think Partey will start. So I'm saying so far this is going to be the back four: Takehiro Tomiyasu, Ben White, Gabriel, Tierney, Ramsdale to start, Partey, and Lokonga. Guys, give me your lineups. Tell me what you think is going to happen. Who's going to be in the number 10? Is it going to be Odegaard or Smith Rowe?
Nah, Odegaard, mate.
Okay, so Odegaard. What about you, Josh?
Smith Rowe for me. Smith Rowe for me.
Yo, Terrence Tibbs, bro, you're bad vibes. Man saying Partey's gonna get injured again. Why would you say that? Why would you say that? That's bad energy, man. That's bad energy, bro.
He's the most positive Arsenal fan I've ever met.
All right. So I'm gonna ask you guys this then. Is Saka starting on the left?
No, I've got Pepe on the left.
What about you, Josh?
I've gone for Martinelli.
Okay, I've gone for Saka on the left, in my opinion. I think Pepe is going to start on the right. What about you?
He will start on the right, but he's too predictable on the right. End of the season, last season, he was phenomenal over on the left. That's why I've gone that way.
That's actually not 100% accurate. When you think about it, majority of his goals came from when he was playing in the right flank.
Yeah, but he had more impact.
Think about his best performances against Wolves, that game with the 2 red cards, that goal, he was on the left, right? But then when you go to the Brighton game, he was on the right. Sheffield United game, he was on the right. The game against Leicester, he was on the right. Majority of the games that he's been good, he's been on the right.
I just think he's too predictable on the right, man. People read him.
Yeah.
Who would you rather have, Smith Rowe or Pepe in this team?
It's a challenging one. I mean,
some people are saying Smith Rowe should start. I hear you. I completely hear you. But I don't know if Smith Rowe will start. I think Pepe might start. I just have a feeling Pepe is going to start. Don't you? What are you guys saying?
He will do because he's part of the process, as they call it.
Oh my God! You're bringing back the process.
No, I'm telling you, he will start because that's what Arteta wants. That is Arteta's going forward team. So he ain't gonna not start some 80 mil player, is he? Sitting on the bench. Like you said, when he plays his prime time, he's good. But for me, lately, I just find the Premier League the defenders, they find him too predictable.
Man, against Burnley though, he ripped it last year. I don't know how he didn't get a point.
They probably get his
Yeah,
legs
yeah,
broken
he
against
did.
them. Their challenges.
Yeah, no, they're definitely a very physical team. Definitely a very physical team. I wouldn't be surprised if it was very challenging for him. But I think we're gonna have enough for them for Pepe to start and still do well. But are you saying it's not a good idea to start Pepe? Hello? Yo, are you there? Josh?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, you think it's a bad idea to start Pepe?
No, but as the other guy said, he's too predictable. But last season when we faced Burnley, he was lively, and he created a few chances which we should have scored from. But again, he's too predictable. So me personally, I would play Odegaard on the right and then put Smith Rowe in the middle. But that's just me. But Pepe, I don't know. I don't know, man. It's too predictable. To be fair,
Pepe is too predictable for you.
way too predictable. Way too predictable.
Wow. Okay, people in the comment section, let me know who you guys are going with. Is it going to be Pepe or Process PR project? Yeah. Where is it? I agree with Quans. Partey is not the same player that he was at Madrid. I think you guys didn't watch Partey too hard at Madrid. I personally think he's not really been given. He's been given a judgment based off of what we think we were getting, based on what we actually were getting. Now, what happened to starting Balogun shouts? It's been mad quiet since the Brentford game. It's almost like as if putting too much pressure on a teenager leads to a squad too much.
Can I just put a question out there, Gal?
Yeah.
Do people that are listening in think Pepe is too predictable? Like, I want to hear what people are saying. Let's have some yes or no's.
Okay, so let's ask, what's your opinion, guys, on Nicolas Pepe? Genuinely, what is everyone's opinions on Nicolas Pepe? Because if we're going to have this conversation, we need to know, what is your opinions, guys, on Nicolas Pepe? Let us know your opinions on Nicolas Pepe. Is Nicolas Pepe a good player? Is Nicolas Pepe a predictable player? Is Nicolas Pepe a bad player? Is Nicolas Pepe worth the 75 million? Is he not worth the 75 million? What do you guys think about Nicolas Pepe? Because everyone's opinions on Nicolas Pepe are very, very skewed. Pepe is very predictable. Dribbles, loses the ball, dribbles, shot, miss.
Yep.
I think Smith Rowe does not have the confidence. Before Odegaard came, Arsenal Smith Rowe played better with Saka. What? You really think Smith Rowe and Odegaard? You think Odegaard really has ruined the confidence of Smith Rowe? That's very confusing. What do you guys think about that?
Some people think I'm bonkers.
Yo, Ray, did you hear what I said?
No, go ahead. Say again.
I said, what do you think about that comment that I just put up?
Where did you just put it? I can't see it.
Smith Rowe and Saka were playing better before Odegaard came in. Crazy, no?
I think Smith Rowe don't have confidence before only got to come to Arsenal. Smith Rowe playing better with Saka. 50-50 on that one. I mean, they're both outstanding players, Smith Rowe and Odegaard. I don't know. Personally, mate, if I was going to stick my honest opinion in, I think Saka's lost confidence this season. So, yeah. I think the man's tired, bless him.
No worries. Let's just look at these things. Let's just take a second away from everything else and go back to the lineup quickly. And a lot of people are saying Nicolas Pepe does not play well. 1 second, let me just mute Josh. Josh, I'm sorry, Josh. I'm gonna have to take you out. Your audio is terrible, bro. Okay, big up to Josh for coming on. Nicolas Pepe does not play well in small pitches. When he can't run in behind 100%, he's predictable in his style of play. Very good player, not world class, inconsistent, but that's due to the manager's tactics. Interesting. Pepe is a donkey and only scores against smaller teams. 10 goals the last 4 seasons against against 2 teams that does nothing, of course, of the season. Interesting. Hard stuff, easy for him, messes up a bit. Okay. Smith Rowe is amazing. He drives, but the only thing Odegaard has over him is Odegaard can spot a pass. His passing ability
Yeah,
is
that's
Emil
straight
Smith
there. I
Rowe
mean, you've seen that the last 2 games, Igal. The balls that he's put in. I mean, we should have finished some of them with the one-on-ones and that we had at the weekend.
Chelsea Forever says, 1 second. Chelsea Forever says Smith Rowe has come in a year too early. Bags of potential, but that is all at this point. Too much pressure on his shoulders, and to give him the number 10 shirt. Wow, I agree.
Yo, Chelsea Forever, you're lucky a gal's reader, mate. Some dyslexic, you would have got a bit of hoobity-hoobar.
I'm trying my best out here. Bro, I think he meant low, but he said Smith. I think he meant Rowe is number 10, chat. We gave Gallas the number 10. Remember that? That means it doesn't mean anything anymore. We gave Wilshere the number 10. He was injured majority of the time. Ozil, and he never played. So the number 10 doesn't mean nothing. That's the main point that he's making. Wow. Okay, so let's get into this. I think Aubameyang should start up top. What do you think? Lacazette or Aubameyang?
Lacazette. You're bonkers.
Why Lacazette? Okay, Ray,
Why?
make the case for Lacazette. I'll make the case for Aubameyang, and we'll keep it moving.
So Aubameyang has become a bit lazy. I've watched a lot of off the ball with Aubameyang. He's been out of position when the boys are driving forward. He was luckily in that position when Pepe put the ball earlier to snatch that goal. He's been sloppy. Look at him when he tried to chip the keeper. Yeah, like not last season, the season before, he wouldn't be making these silly blunderous mistakes. He'd be finishing opportunities that he's been having. So, for me, I think all these missed opportunities that he keeps missing, could set us back when we concede. And when we conceded this season, our heads dropped like nothing you've seen before. And people can't even lift our heads coming out at half time. So it's either he needs to start banging in the goals or let Lacazette start the line.
Interesting. Okay. I think Aubameyang should start. Reason being, Aubameyang has already bagged a hat trick against West Bromwich Albion this season. I get that it was it wasn't really a good sample size, but I'm putting the fact that he's already gained some confidence. He's already been firing. He's already been in the team. He's already been doing decent. I don't want to take him out of the team and then make him lose confidence. And Lacazette has not actually done anything yet this season. We're going based off last season's input that he did on the back end of last season. Lacazette has not played yet and come in and actually made a difference. So until we are forced to make a change at striker, I'm going to continue with Aubameyang, because if we can get Aubameyang fit and firing, he will produce more for us and he will help us to get more points and to score more goals. Then
I hope he does.
In the short term and long term, us backing Lacazette would not gain us anything, where Aubameyang in the long term is going to be our player for longer than Lacazette. Lacazette is not going to be here.
And here's my theory to Aubameyang, Get off your phone in your car, looking at your watch, and start focusing on the game, brother.
Okay, but I would say this to you too. If Aubameyang starts firing for us this season, that benefits us for the season to come. If Lacazette isn't playing and he's fit and firing, it benefits him to make a move for his next career move. Why would we continue to play a player who we have no plan to progress with? No plan to develop him into a player to keep past this season. No plan to keep him past this year. Why would we do that? It just makes no sense in my opinion. I think the logical thing to do is to move on from the likes of Lacazette. And as long as he's here, use him as a utility player. Do not use him as a main starter in your team. Try to build around the people who are going to be here for the long run. What do you think?
Do you know what? It seems to be a curse with Arsenal, man. Every time we give someone that big contract or the armband, they go missing. It's like a CEO of a company. When you've made it to the top, you ain't got to do nothing else. And I feel that Ozil, he faded off. Aubameyang's faded off. Do you know what I mean? So I just think, I don't know. I don't understand it, if I'm honest with you.
Yeah, I hear that. All right, let's move on to. So, are you conceding? Are you willing to give up and just be like Lacazette? Let's see what the people in the chat are saying. People in the chat, what are you guys saying? Lacazette or Aubameyang? Okay, so no case for Aubameyang or Lacazette. Sack them both, says Qantas.
I've got to chip off for a little while, man. But listen, anyone in here, make sure you like and subscribe to Igal's channel. He's a top bloke. The biggest Arsenal fan I've known out there. And if you've seen myself as well, Ray on Twitter, get following people, yeah? Enough love. And big up the Arsenal at the weekend. Cheers, brother.
Don't know Ray. Big up Ray. Big up Ray. And yo, people, so yeah. So do you guys agree with me? Is it Lacazette or is it Aubameyang for you? Because for me, this is the lineup that I'm going with. This is the team that I've gone with. I'm submitting this team in. I picked my team. I think this is how we're going to play. Wait, why do I have Smith Rowe in there? Why do I have Smith Rowe in there? Take Smith Rowe out. Saka, Pepe. Where's Pepe? I got so excited, I forgot to do it the right way. There we go. So there's that. Now moving on. Moving on to the next story. The next story is Charlie Patino. If you guys don't know about who Charlie Patino is, Charlie Patino is a young kid from Arsenal's academy who's being linked to a move away to Barca. Yes, he's being linked to a move to Barcelona. I know it sounds ridiculous, but Charlie Patino is being linked to a move to Barcelona. The reports are saying that Charlie Patino could be linked to a move to Barcelona based in, one second, let me see who's reporting this. So Arsenal are set to promote 17-year-old Academy Scarlet Charlie Patino. Charlie Patino is being linked to a move away from Arsenal to Barcelona based on a report that came out yesterday from the Mirror. So the Mirror reported yesterday that Charlie Patino could be on a move to Barcelona. They believe the prospect is highly rated, the biggest prospect since Jack Wilshere, and he could be headed to Barcelona. Now, my question to you guys is this fake news or is this real news? Because I think this is fake news. I think this is just some of those stories you hear when players are starting to do well. These are some of these stories that you hear from out of nowhere for no reason. And I just feel like it's fake news. I don't think it's real. I think he's most likely going to stay at Arsenal. So do you guys think Charlie Patino could end up at Barcelona? Because Barcelona have transfer interests in him. All right. Let's see what you guys are saying in the chat. Why would he leave to Barcelona when they are in chaos? I agree. I 100% agree. Why would he leave? Fake news. People, let me know in the chat. Do you think it's fake news or real news? Let me know right now. Fake news or real news? Just slap a fake news in there. Slap a real news in there. Let me know if you think it's fake news or real news. What's going on really with Charlie Patino at the Arsenal? And will he even come? Would he even come? I mean, would he even leave to go to that club? Because it just doesn't make sense. Why would he leave? Why would he leave Arsenal in the situation that we're in right now to go there? It just makes no sense. It doesn't. Does it? No, it doesn't. It Doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense why he would leave to go to Barcelona at this point of his career. He's developing and he's becoming a good player. It just doesn't make sense why he would go anywhere. Now, Rob Holding and Thing have both been left out. Real because he's a top talent. Interesting. How you doing, Tim? Big up, Tim. I know you're watching the Leeds game, so I'm doing the stream at the wrong time for you to be watching. Barcelona are in the worse place than Arsenal. Wow. I didn't think anyone was gonna go there, but hey, you went there. You went there. You definitely went there. You definitely went there. I didn't think you were gonna go there, but hey, let's just look at this game quickly before we move on to anything else. Predictions for this game, guys. Predictions for the game. What are we saying? Are we saying Arsenal's going to win? Are we saying Burnley's going to win? What are we saying? What's your score predictions? Score predictions. Give me your score predictions. Who will win the game at Turf Moor? Who will win the game at Turf Moor? That's the question I'm asking. Who will win the game at Turf Moor? Will it be Arsenal? Will it be Burnley? Or will it be a draw? Who will win the game at Turf Moor? You tell me. 3-1 Arsenal, he says. I think it's going to be 1-1 or 1-0 to Arsenal. Interesting. How is St. Maximin playing for Newcastle? That goal is pure class. I hear that. 3-3. Wow. 0-0. Interesting. Men's toilets. What are you talking about? Yeah, so let me know, guys. What are you guys saying? What are you guys saying? Is it going to be a 0-0? Is it going to be a 3-3? Is it going to be a 2-2? What do you guys think the score is going to be? What do you guys think the score is going to be in that game? What do you guys think the score is going to be overall? What do you guys think is going to happen in that game? Let me know right now. Do you guys think we're going to win that game? Do you guys think we're going to lose that game? How do you think things are going to go from there? And I just want to know, Chris Wood, is he going to be a problem? Who's going to score? Who's going to cause us problems? Because in my opinion, they do have some problem. They do have some areas where we will need to focus on in order to win this game. We'll need to focus on some of these guys. We can't take them for granted, because some of their guys are good. They're gonna cause us some issues. Burnley are a tough team, and we struggle with set pieces. Arsenal win, inshallah. I need Burnley relegated. There you go. Yes, my guy. Yes, L on the way. Yo, come on with the energy, bro. It's gonna be a bore fest. Where's the panel at? Yo, Iga, it will be a bore fest. We'll see. We'll have to fucking see. We'll have to fucking see if it's going to be a bore fest, but I don't know if it's going to be a bore fest, guys. We're going to have to wait and see if and when and who actually shows up and how far it gets. You know what I mean? We're not going to know how the game's going to go before the game. You can say as much predictions as you want, but realistically, everything you say is just hypotheticals until you watch the game. Once you watch the game, you'll have a better understanding of what the game looks like and what everything is going to be. At the moment, everything is just like you're guessing. I can't, and I'm not gonna expect the game to be a dead rubber or unless because these games mean something at this point. It's not like it's the end of the year where these games are dead. These games mean something. It's important games. It's early in the season. You still have a chance to get in. And I know Arsenal might not be fighting for the top spots in the league or anything like that, but we still need to focus on trying to get as high as possible up that league table early in the season, or else we're fucked come end of the season. Let's be real. We might be fucked regardless, but hey, that's just my opinion on it. That's just my opinion on it. I don't know, man. I just feel like today, everyone's gassing Burnley, but when the game comes and we beat Burnley, people are gonna say it's just Burnley. That's just the reality of the situation. Today you're gassing them, tomorrow you're gonna say it's just Burnley. So it's like, what's the point of gassing them in the first place? if you're just gonna say you're gonna come around tomorrow and say to me, "Oh, it's just Burnley." You know what I mean? Because like right now, I see a lot of people saying, "Oh, Burnley are a good team. Burnley are gonna do this to you. Burnley are gonna do that to you." But then the moment we play them and we whoop their ass, it's gonna be, "Oh, you just played Burnley." Like, stop it. Stop with the bullshit. Stop with the bullshit. Even the experts are picking us to lose. Like, experts are picking us to lose 1-1. It's embarrassing. Smash that like button, people. Yo, let's hit that like button, people. But yeah, what else can we do? How about this? How about this? Let's look at Burnley's team. Is there any players in the Burnley team that actually get into the Arsenal team? Anybody? Does anybody from that Burnley team get into the Arsenal team? Because you guys keep chatting about Burnley like they're good. Name one player in the Burnley team that actually gets into the Arsenal team. Name one player. I don't think you could name one player that gets into the Arsenal team. You can't. Dwight McNeil. You think Dwight McNeil gets into the Arsenal team? Tarkowski. Yo, the way we play, James Tarkowski will not be able to play that ball out the back. He will not be able to pass that ball around the back. I'm telling you right now, he's going to struggle. Sean Dyche. Sean Dyche might be a better manager than Arteta, but Sean Dyche is gonna have guys like Gabriel and Ben White playing rugged defensive football. Fuck that. You think Brownhill is gonna start for? He's gonna get into Arsenal's team? Are you crazy? Oh my god! Are you serious? Are you serious? You guys are saying McNeil walks into Arsenal's team. You're saying he walks in. What the hell? Dwight McNeil is underrated. He has been wasting his time. He's been wasted at Burnley in an attacking team who will never have a crazy output. What the fuck? You guys really think this? I'm in shock. I'm actually in shock. You really think that? Wow. Rafinha would, for Arsenal, he's an attacking player and who tracks back and scores goals. Rafinha is a good player. Rafinha, I rate highly. Don't get me wrong. Rafinha is a baller. I think Rafinha is one of the best players. I think Rafinha is the best player at Leeds. Better than Calvin Phillips. Better than these guys. I would take him in a heartbeat. I think if he came to Arsenal, we would improve. Rafinha. But I don't think anyone at Burnley is even on that level. Nobody's on that level at Burnley. Come on. That's just madness. That's madness. But yo, talking about Leeds, reports coming from where is it coming from originally? Where do these reports originally come from? There's reports out of the Athletic that Calvin Phillips is being looked at by Man City, Tottenham, Liverpool, Chelsea, and Arsenal are all looking at Calvin Phillips. Interesting stuff right there. And Calvin Phillips is one of the best friends for Ben White. So if Ben White and Calvin Phillips are so close, maybe Ben White could attract Calvin Phillips to come to the Emirates. You never know, guys. You never know. 1-1 at halftime. Leeds, yeah, definitely do think that. He scored tonight. Yo, Rafinha scored? Yo, Rafinha's in my fantasy team, you know. That guy's a baller, you know. He's a baller. Suplex, long ball. What the hell is a suplex long ball? To Chris Wood. Suplex long ball to Chris Wood and then goal. I don't think Chris Wood scores this game, guys. Chris Wood does not score this game. If this somebody else is going to score in this game besides Chris Wood, and it's going to be a 2-1 victory for Arsenal, in my opinion. I think it's going to be a 2-1 victory for Arsenal. Nick Pope has a chance. Ooh. Does Nick Pope start for Arsenal? Genuine question. Genuine question. Does anybody in that team actually start for Arsenal? Because I don't know. Maybe Max Corns. I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is. He scored today. Igal, do you think Arteta is the right coach for Arsenal right now or next season? No. Arteta needs to go right now. Personally, he has gone as far as he can go with this team. What he's done is he's come in, he's identified players who do not have the right attitude to win and who do not have the right attitude to continue with the club. And he's brought in players that he feels like are more adequate to win now, and he's trying to change and instill a culture at the club. I see that. But what he's doing on the pitch is not progressing. What he's doing off the pitch might be progressing, but what he's doing on the pitch is not progressing. If he is getting credited for everything that's happening off the pitch, I understand to a certain degree some of these things might be good. But still, on the pitch, we are not winning games. We've lost to two teams that are one of the two best teams in the world. We've lost to Brentford. We beat Norwich. We need to continue winning, and it will save his job. If we do continue to lose, and we lose, say, 5 games out of our first 10 games, he's got to go. It's untenable to continue to have a manager who's continuously failing week in, week out, and just keep him in the job. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Bro, where are you from? I am from Toronto, Canada. My parents are East African, so they're Somali, right? And I live in the UK right now. So that's where I am. So, yo, this is a Q&A. Ask your questions. Ask your questions, people. Ask your questions. Iga, I'll be honest. Have you seen McNeil play over 90 minutes? Yes, I have. I've watched Burnley play over 90 minutes numerous times. I have Dwight McNeil in my fantasy team last year when he was absolutely killing it. He was on a roll. I know how good Dwight McNeil can be. I just feel like, personally, I think Bukayo Saka is a notch above Dwight McNeil. I'm sorry. And I just feel like when you say he gets into our team, I think you're overlooking how good Pepe and Saka are in comparison to a Dwight McNeil. Dwight McNeil might be good, but he's not that good. He's not as good as those players, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. There you go. Let's see what else we got. I've never seen people say Odegaard is better than Coutinho. Okay. Coutinho is a good player, but his wages are ridiculous at Barcelona. And for a player to be coming in to your team after being on those type of wages at Barcelona, they don't take that much of a downgrade in their wages. They still acquire a wage package close enough to the original wages at Barcelona in order for you to go on loan there, so they don't have to pay the full amount of the wages. If a team is paying Coutinho's full wages and they're providing him to you for free on loan, makes sense. But if you're buying Coutinho, you're buying a player who has not worked out on 2 successive loans, who has not worked out after making one of the most expensive transfers to a team like Barcelona, who's built to win consistently, and he's failed since he's moved. And it also doesn't help him that a team like Liverpool got better after he left. I personally don't think Coutinho is a better player than Odegaard now, based on the external factors. He might be a better player on the pitch in the right system, but what he's been doing lately, he has not been better than anybody. He's been terrible. He's been terrible based on his standards, based on your expectations and your standards. Odegaard's standards and expectations are so low because he hasn't played that people could say, you know what, he could be this. But we've seen the best of Coutinho. At this point, I feel like he's on a decline. And if he was to come to Arsenal, he might be our best player. He might be one of our best players. He might be the best player at the club. But we don't have the financial situation to be able to take a Coutinho and still succeed. Barcelona can take a Coutinho on and still succeed. If we buy Coutinho tomorrow, we might have another Mesut Ozil situation. Do you want that? That's the main issue. The main issue is we don't want another Ozil situation. With Odegaard, he's 22. He still has scope to grow. He still has scope to grow. Okay, bro. Have it. Enjoy the second half. Enjoy the second half and go watch that. Enjoy the second half. Spam, bro. Timeout. Yeah. What else do we have? Iga, do you not have what? Do you not see the light at the end of the tunnel? I'm confused. Are you being sarcastic? Okay. Yeah, I agree. He needs to go. What coach do you think we will get at Arsenal next season? Conte? I don't think so. Zidane? I don't think so. Luis Enrique? Now that we could work with. Hear me out. I don't think Conte is going to come to Arsenal because I don't think Antonio Conte wants to join Arsenal. I don't think Antonio Conte wants to join a project like Arsenal where he needs to rebuild the whole squad again. Okay? He needs to see the adequate pieces where he can still progress with the squad. Zidane, I don't think Zidane's going to join either because I think Zidane has just recently rejected the interest of joining an English team in the Premier League completely. So I don't think Zidane's going to join. Luis Enrique. Here's where Luis Enrique becomes interesting. Luis Enrique becomes interesting because, in my opinion, Luis Enrique is a guy who already played in a system where he had a four at the back, and he had a 4-3-3 at Barcelona, which worked very well, and he was able to get the best out of MSN, and he was able to get the best out of a Barcelona team. He walked into a team that was a little bit in a shambles. They still had great players. He bought good players like ter Stegen and Rakitic and Luis Suarez, and rebuilt a Barcelona team, won them a Champions League, won them every single year, won them a domestic cup, won them numerous league titles, a playing style which is forward-thinking, attacking, progressive, and his whole game was built around the fact that he could control possession and play attacking football. If we were to get a Luis Enrique in, we would enjoy him. We would enjoy his style of football. I genuinely feel like we would enjoy his style of football the most out of Conte, Zidane, or Luis Enrique. Now Zidane has only ever managed Real Madrid and has had some of the best players in world football. I don't know how he would do in a situation where he's managing a team with lesser players. Antonio Conte, we've seen him rebuild teams and we've seen him do well, but I don't think he wants to do that anymore. Luis Enrique is the best choice. But if Conte came in tomorrow, I'll take him. If Zidane wanted to come in tomorrow, I would take him. But realistically, I think Luis Enrique is the best out of those three that you've given me on that list. And I don't think he would leave the Spain job until after the World Cup. He would not leave Arsenal. He would not leave the Spanish national team to come to Arsenal now. It would have to be after the World Cup. That's just the reality of the situation. The World Cup's coming up soon, so it's going to have to be after the World Cup. That's when we can most likely get him. Conte will end up at United. Most likely. I think Conte might end up at United. Iga, we should go for the Porto manager. He is unreal defensively. I hear that. I definitely do hear that. I've heard a lot of people talk about how good of a defensive manager the manager is over there at Porto and how good of a manager he is overall. And if he's this good of a manager, we should definitely consider him going forward. He does look like a good manager, and I think he might be somebody we should consider in the long term if we are going to consider a lot of different managers. Definitely one of the guys we should look at. I'm already Conte out. Bring me Zidane. You want Zidane? Makes sense for Manchester United. Manchester United need a Zidane. Arsenal won't get an elite manager until they are back in European competitions. I hear that. It's just, Chelsea forever. So tell me, do you think if we went to a Ralph Rangnick or if we went to a Ten Hag, do you think they would reject us based on the situation we're in? Or if we offer them the right pay package, the right opportunities, and we offer them the right investment, do you think people would turn down the juggernaut that Arsenal could become? The opportunity to turn around Arsenal. If you are confident enough in your own ability, do you think some of these managers would turn the job down if we offered them everything they wanted? I would Luis Enrique. 1 second. You said what? Would Luis Enrique leave the Spanish job? No, he would not leave the Spanish job to come to Arsenal at this point. Arteta will stay. He sees the light because he will be sacked. He wants to sell himself to the team. Interesting. I don't know what you mean by that. Conte won't last longer than 2 years. If he wins you something, doesn't matter how long he lasts. Doesn't matter how long he lasts. Does it really matter? Does it really matter? Guys, I got 20 more minutes, so throw in as many questions as you want. This is a Q&A at this point. We got Pep Guardiola begging City fans to come to the game. Not my manager. I can't believe it. What? Yo, guys, what do we really think about City? They have to beg. They have to beg for fans to show up to their games. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's not like Arsenal fans are really going to games either. Like, there's tickets still available for the Chelsea game, but it's still not so. If we were in the Champions League, believe me, it doesn't matter who the hell we're playing. We could be playing Young Boys. We could play Sheriff United FC. We could be playing Garbage Can FC. If we're in the Champions League, believe me, the Emirates is sold out. When we're in the Europa League, some games the Emirates was sold out. So it's like, I don't think for a second you'd ever have that issue at the Emirates. Never in a million years would you ever have that issue at the Emirates. No, never in a million years would we have that issue. I think we'd absolutely slap. What do you call it? We'd absolutely kill it. We would never have that type of issue at the Emirates. Like, what? These guys are going through. These guys are going through third world problems with that shit. Like, that's mad. Question: are you speaking in terms with Sonny, or has that ship sailed? No, bro. Me and Sonny are cool. I haven't spoken to Sonny too long ago, but I messaged him recently. I have his number on WhatsApp. Me and Sonny are cool. We don't really. There's no beef. Me and Sonny are cool. We're on speaking terms. I could call him right now if anything. Right? Just be like, yo, what's good? Thank you, Thunder Roads. Big up to Thunder Roads. Who would you take? Werner? One second. Werner, what? What was that? Would you take Werner? It was a swap for Lacazette. 100%. Timo Werner is a better player than Lacazette. Like, I don't get why this whole Timo Werner hate comes from. Timo Werner is 10 times the player Lacazette is right now. Timo Werner is better at building up, better at creating, better at running in behind, better at creating more space for his opponents. Lacazette is not as good as Timo Werner, and he's young. And Timo Werner is younger than Lacazette. So at this point, I would rather have Timo Werner over Lacazette 10 times out of 10. That's just my opinion. I would prefer to have Timo Werner over Lacazette, right? It's peak for City, yeah. This is why nobody cares about City winning the league. It's so irrelevant, small club, 100%. Vibes. If we go out in the group, Top Reds will say it's because we did not get a CDM. Yo, that's fucked up. They're not going to blame the manager. That's fucked up. Yeah. Lucien Favre, the last Dortmund manager who played high tempo football, look him up, or what he's about. Or what about Graham Potter? Lucien Favre lost respect for that. A lot of people lost respect for him after the situation at Dortmund. I don't know exactly what happened at the back end of his time at Dortmund, but I do know he did play good football, and he did have Hakimi playing very well in that right back situation, and he had a lot of attacking players, and he had them fit and firing. But my question to you is there some Bundesliga tax involved when it comes to managers managing over there in the Bundesliga? Because it is very aggressive attacking football, and there's not too much defending. Werner was our highest goal contributor last year. I agree. Would you give Graham Potter a go? He had an impact on every club he's been at, also plays good football. Okay. Somebody is going to give a chance to Graham Potter, but it's not going to be Arsenal. It's going to probably be Tottenham. They're going to sack Nuno, and they're going to try to get Graham Potter. So, and you know what's going to happen? They lose 2 games, it's going to be Graham Potter out. If he comes to Arsenal, he loses a couple games, he's going to be Graham Potter out. The situation is you cannot appease everybody. If he comes to Arsenal, I would back him, but I would not prefer Graham Potter. I would prefer a player who's better and more known already in the game and is more clout, in my opinion, than a Graham Potter. Money's hairline's going back to the days he was born, like, just shave. Bro, I get where he comes from, bro. I get where he's coming from. I'm not as bad as him, but still. What do you call it? Would you take, and that's the question. I would take this guy in a heartbeat. I would take this guy in a heartbeat. Imagine scoring a hat trick in the Champions League. And Nkunku scored a hat trick in the Champions League for RB Leipzig. Imagine that. Man scored a hat trick in the Champions League for RB Leipzig. I can't believe the man scored a hat trick for RB Leipzig and still couldn't fucking they still couldn't win. Like, Christopher Nkunku, we were linked to him. If you guys remember, we were linked to him. We were supposed to buy him. We were supposed to buy him from PSG. I think Emery was manager when we wanted him. It was 15 million in that summer. They wanted 15 million for him in that summer. This would be a sick signing. I would take him in a heartbeat. I think Nkunku is a baller. I think he's a baller. I think he's a quality player. But you know what? I think it does benefit him playing at Leipzig. It definitely benefits him playing at Leipzig. Playing at Leipzig benefits him a lot because that's a league where it's very high scoring games. Leipzig are a team that are attacking front foot, and he gets opportunities to play. I don't think. Remember when Emery wanted Nkunku and we ended up getting Suarez? Yep. I remember that. And remember, fans were saying, "Oh, just pay the 5 million for Dennis Suarez. Just pay the 5 million. Worry about it later." Stupid. One more assist. The back pass. Oh man. Arsenal are linked to everyone who aren't linked to. Yeah, we are linked to everyone. We definitely are linked to everybody. We're linked to FC, bro. Linked to FC. We're linked to every single player across the earth. Iga, imagine the team Arsenal would be if you got your main targets, i.e. Kante, Nkunku, Luis Suarez. Who else? Van Dijk. Who else? Buffon. Who else? Roberto Carlos, Messi, Ronaldo, even Sir Alex Ferguson. There's just so many people we could have got in the history of Arsenal's history. Like, let me show you guys. Let me show you guys this. Arsenal's 25 Arsenal almost signings. What I'm going to show you is a combined 11 of play no, it's not even a combined 11. I'm just gonna show you this. This is a list of players Arsenal almost signed. So look at this. This is gonna get you depressed. Look at this. So these are 25 players that we almost signed. We almost signed Xavi Alonso, okay? We almost signed, who's next? We almost signed Jadon Sancho, okay? We almost signed Conte. We almost signed Pogba. We almost signed Mikel Arteta. We almost signed Roberto Carlos. We almost signed Raphael Varane. We almost signed Vincent Kompany. We almost signed Peter Schmeichel. We almost signed Karim Benzema like 50 times. We had Harry Kane already at Arsenal's academy. We let him go. We almost signed Griezmann. We almost signed Buffon. We almost signed Kylian Mbappe. Kylian Mbappe. We almost had Sir Alex Ferguson back in. Listen to this. Sir Alex Ferguson, also a player, wasn't a player, but Arsenal tried to get him, and he was stuck on his list. Close your eyes and imagine Sir Alex Ferguson at Highbury. All those titles, all those European Cups did almost happen twice. In 1983, in 1986. Arsenal in 1983 needed a manager, and after sacking Terry Neill, Sir Alex Ferguson was leading Aberdeen to victories against Real Madrid in the European Cups, and Arsenal almost tried to get him back then. Imagine. Gareth Bale, another one. Gareth Bale, another one. Eden Hazard, another one. Virgil van Dijk, another one. Yaya Toure, another one. Didier Drogba, another one. Luis Suarez, another one. Zlatan Ibrahimovic, another one. Ronaldinho. When did we try to get Ronaldinho? Back in 2001, Arsenal really did try to sign Ronaldinho. Look at that. Arsene Wenger said, it is so true. He has to be. Crazy. Messi. It's not easy being an Arsenal fan when you're reading this article, but we almost signed Messi. Look at this. Where is it? Okay. It's not easy being an Arsenal fan now reading this list. Life was full of ifs, onlys, and if you support Arsenal, you know, comes much bigger than this. In 2003, Arsenal were busy raiding Barcelona's youth academy, and they signed a young 16-year-old Cesc Fabregas, who wanted another young, eye-catching player, Lionel Messi. We had discussions with Messi. When we bought Fabregas, Wenger said we were interested in him, but he was untouchable at the time. Messi is still untouchable, and Barcelona he scored 627 goals and 20 major honors later, including the Champions League 4 times. Cristiano Ronaldo, the final one on this list. August 6, 2003 will go down as a significant day in Manchester United's history. Sporting Lisbon celebrated their opening of their new stadium with a glorious preseason match against the English champions. It was a game which Cristiano Ronaldo ran United ragged. It said Sir Alex Ferguson was admiring that he wasn't leaving Lisbon until Ronaldo had signed. Crazy. Yeah. So yeah, that's just a little short story right there of players we almost signed. Man, these stories are everywhere. Yep. Mbappe was 16 at his parents' house, wanted 6 to 8 million signing fee. What if Igel, whose fault is that you did not get these players? We were just cheap as a club, from board level to the top to the bottom. We were cheap as a club, and it was the club's fault. It was Arsene Wenger, the people who run the board. They just were never. If they wanted something, they wanted it in their under their own terms, under their values, under their own price. They would never pay over the odds. So it's the manager, the club, everything. It's not just only Arsene Wenger. It's bigger than him. He was told not to do certain things. So I get that. But these things consistently happened year in, year out. So at this point, I don't blame just Arsene Wenger. I just don't blame just Arsene by himself. I blame more than just arson. I think it's bigger than arson. I think it's bigger than arson at this point. It's definitely bigger than arson. It's bigger than arson in my opinion. It's like numerous people. I just don't know, man. Yeah, so yeah, that's it, man. It just got me thinking, man. Like, what if we could have signed all these players? Look, it was before the Kroenke's time. Some of these signings, man. Some of these stories were before the Kroenke's. Let's be real. We can say Kroenke out. I don't want the Kroenke's. I hate the fucking Kroenke's also. Well, what web page is that? Let me get it. Let me put this in the chat for you guys. So yeah, there you go. It's Sky Sports. Just search top. Just search what is it? Messi, Ronaldo, Ibrahimovic, Arsenal's top 50 that got away. Arsenal's top 50 that got away. Egal, it's Gazetta's, Wenger, and Kroenke's fault. Yeah, I hear that. Kroenke's bought Arsenal in 2006, but they did not have control until 2018. I'm not defending the Kroenke's. Fuck the Kroenke's. Fuck them. I don't know why I even said that. But yeah. Anyways, guys, big up to everybody watching. It's been an hour and 30 minutes. This has been the preview to the Arsenal Burnley game. I personally think it's going to be a 2-1 victory, in my opinion. My prediction is 2-1 to Arsenal. So what are you guys telling me? Tell me your predictions for the game. Tell me what you guys think is going to happen. Let me know in the comment section right now. Have yourselves a wonderful day. I'm going to catch you guys on the flip side. You already know what it is. EGTV. I'm out of here. Have yourselves a wonderful day, people. And tell me your predictions in the comment section if you're watching the playback or if you're watching live. And shout out to the real ones who've been watching the whole entire stream. Shout out to you guys. And I think I might do memberships if you guys want them. Let me know if you guys want memberships in the chat. I might do memberships very soon. And yeah, I'm out of here, guys. You have yourselves a wonderful day. Much appreciated to everybody who watches the content, and have yourselves a great day. I'll be back with more content very, very soon. Peace.